Do you suffer from flat feet? Do your feet look or feel like this at the end of the day, or just walking around at home? Well, chances are you've got some undeveloped musculature in the arches of your feet. But not to worry, that doesn't mean you need to go out and spend a whole fortune on a slew of orthotics. So why does this problem happen exactly? Well, as you can see here, I'm standing on some hardwood floor, which isn't the hardest of floors, but still pretty firm. Now, when you see your feet get in contact with such a hard surface, they have no choice really but to collapse, like so. Unless you have insanely strong or very well conditioned arch musculature, then you probably won't have this happening. However, just because of the sheer hardness of the floor, it's just easier for your ankles to roll over like this. And the problem is, this is carried over into many other types of flooring when we stand on it, such as sand, grass, whatever you have. Now, chances are, if you do have flat feet or you walk around with flat feet, you may be experiencing some problems with your knees or hips and even the back. But why is this? Well, let's take a look at it right here. Here I'm facing you guys standing towards the camera. Now here's what it looks like when you're standing properly with proper arches. Note how the knees and ankles are aligned. Now look at it again with flat feet here. You can see that everything has changed, even the hips to some extent. Although I know you can't see it in the shot here, but trust me on this, it happens. Taking a look at things from the rear view here, you can see that your Achilles tendon is actually quite a good measure of whether or not you're standing flat-footed or not. So right here, I am currently standing not flat-footed or normally. And you can see as I do a calf raise here, the posterior tibialis right here, tibialis posterior, my mistake, is a little bit more visual when I plantar flex. Now, conversely, when I do the same action in a flat-footed stance, not only do you see a bowing in my Achilles tendon, but you are actually able to see the tibialis posterior noticeably less when I plantar flex as well. And just based on that alone, you can get a small idea of how much flat-footedness may affect your posture and functional performance. So we do have these lovely things called orthotics, and if you're fortunate enough to have insurance or some type of coverage, you probably own a pair or two already. However, if you're not as fortunate to have this going on, orthotics can cost an arm and a leg despite trying to fix your feet. Now, the one thing I want to mention here is that orthotics can and will be a crutch. They do not fix the problem, they just help accommodate it. And what I mean by that is, if we take a look at the musculature responsible for preventing flat-footedness, orthotics do not help to strengthen them at all, they just accommodate for their weakness. And what happens when you're not wearing your orthotics? Your muscles just go back to normal. They haven't been conditioned to strengthen themselves to fix the issue because they're getting such a helping hand or a helping foot bottom. Now, the good news is that you can actually fix the majority of this flat-footed problem of yours with these exercises I'm about to show you here. Alright guys, so for this first exercise, you're going to need something like a pen or pencil, a shiny coin, as well as a hard surface and your feet. So first things first, you're going to take your pen or pencil, ideally not the sharp pointed side, and put it under the arch of your foot. But first, you're going to take the coin that you have and place it under the ball, or the ball of the big toe of the foot. Next, you're going to take your pen or pencil and take either side and place it under the arch of your foot. Now, the whole idea of this exercise is to train your feet to be able to put the pressure through the position of the coin as opposed to rolling onto the medial arch of your feet where the pen or pencil is. You want to be exerting enough pressure so that you feel yourself pushing down on the coin without rolling over like so. Now, you also don't want your toes to be doing something like this, scrunching up and extending, because that's just going to be cheating and taking the purpose of the exercise away and not strengthening the muscles that you need to better your posture. My recommendation would be to treat this like an endurance exercise. You're going to start by putting pressure down onto the coin for about 5 seconds, then releasing briefly for 1 to 2 seconds, and repeating for a total duration of a minute. Work at that, and then as you get better, you'll see that the muscles that you need get stronger as well. Alright, so for this exercise, you're going to need a band of some sort or something that can apply resistance yet allow you to elastically stretch the material by putting your foot through or wrapping it around your foot. You're also going to need something to wrap the band or whatever material you're using around. So what you're going to do is have your foot set up like this. Again, you're not going to lock the knee. However, what you are going to do is get the band to resist you from pulling your foot or your ankle towards your body like this. Now, I don't want to see any rotating of the knee like that. I just want movement of the ankle. I want a sort of plantar flexion. I want you to do exactly what you see here. And my recommendation would be to do 15 to 20 reps for about 3 sets. Alright, so if you're finding the first 2 exercises really challenging, here's one that's really simple for you to learn and do. All you're going to need is a lacrosse or tennis ball, both your feet, a hard surface, and perhaps something to hold on to in case you lose balance. What you're going to do is you're going to simply place the ball down beneath both calcaneal bones, that's the back of your heels between both feet. You're going to go up on your tippy toes like so, and notice how I'm making my ankles face towards the outsides of my body, sort of like I'm trying to pigeon toe here. And this is so that, again, we're still working our tibialis posterior. However, the challenge with the ball is you're controlling that contraction of the muscle just enough so that the ball stays where it's supposed to be, both going up and down. Again, I would suggest 15 to 20 reps for 3 sets of this exercise. Now, the one benefit of orthotics is, other than convenience, is that when you're moving around, chances are you do not have time or the consciousness to actually stand in a proper stance and keep yourself from being flat-footed. So these orthotics are helpful in that sense. However, save your money and try these exercises first. Alright guys, hope you got a lot out of this video. Be sure to check out the other videos on the channel. I think they're still pretty helpful. Let me know down in the comments below what else you guys would like to see pertaining to what issues you have or what exercises you want to see to remedy those everyday problems. Until next time guys, keep pushing those limits. Peace.